Hi again. So this is my journal entry number 7. This deals with the essay called The Race Question in the United States by John Tyler Morgan. So John Tyler Morgan took a very direct approach in addressing his audience in the essay called The Race Question in the United States. The essay was intended as a reply to the decisions to grant civil and political rights to African Americans. He was obviously in opposition to the recent freedoms and liberties granted to those that he deemed as the inferior race. Morgan excuses the new laws as being a result of the benevolence of white leaders, not as a result of the efforts of the nation's political and civil leaders. He uses specific language to portray the black community as ignorant, barbaric, lazy, hostile, involving themselves in witchcraft and cannibalism, engaging in human sacrifice. Just absurd. So Morgan is persistent throughout the whole essay in convincing the audience of the superiority of the white race through the degradation of almost every other race. The only exception to this is the portrayal of the American Indian as brave and as respectable warriors. Yet he still cites that stubbornness to their downfall in America. So as modern-day Americans, I find this essay to be disturbing and unnerving. The fact that this kind of overtly racist garbage was considered acceptable is just kind of staggering to me. He openly supports slave laws, claiming that it kept everybody safe, happy, and in their place. He fears the Negro vote as a tool for inflicting revenge on Southern whites. He fears the influx of workers who threaten the white labor force and assumes that African Americans ought to just prepare for the mass exodus out of the country. He seemed pretty happy with that idea too. I am concerned as how readily available this essay was to the public, how many people really got their hands on it and internalized the information, how it shaped fears and prejudice, and in what way it continued to perpetuate these ideals to lawmakers. Oftentimes we take for granted the fact that we're not bombarded with this kind of literature, oppressive text, racism, slanderous words, accusations, and just blatant racism. If we do encounter this now in everyday life, we have the knowledge now to dismiss it as, ranting, political, raving, madmen stuff. So I am grateful to live in a more progressive culture of inclusion and respect and empowerment, which is what we're finding now, although, we still see the struggles between different races and people being racist, but it's not perpetuated the way that it was then by those kind of texts. So that's it for the Race Question in the United States by John Tyler Morgan. Have a good day. Take care.